What's up YouTubers, this is Apex Burn and today I'm gonna show you some Strike At Karkand Rush with G3A3 assault rifle. Lately the G3A3 became one of my favorite assault rifles in the game because of its deadliness at long range, and lately I've been playing a lot with vehicles like jets and choppers, so I got a little rusty playing with infantry and it took me some time to get back on the horse and get used to the infantry style of gameplay, and the G3A3 for me made it a lot more fun and a lot more easier. The gun has a low rate of fire, high recoil and a high hipfire spread, and it has a pretty small magazine count, which makes it a lot more inefficient and harder to use at close range. But that's the biggest reason why I love the G3A3 is makes up for that with its high damage, and because of its semi-automatic accuracy, the G3A3 is a beast at long distances. Another reason why I like the G3A3 is because of my playstyle. I don't really like to engage my targets from close distances, and I'm not really the type who's gonna go in the middle of map in the front lines. I prefer to stay a little bit behind and engage my targets from long distances, and this is why I find the G3A3 is a lot more efficient for me and a lot more better to use. For all of the players who never use the G3A3 rifle, it might be a little bit harder to get used to it, mostly because of its pain in the ass to aim with iron sights, and if you quickly want to get some locks for a gun, I suggest you play some team deathmatch until you get the unlocks you need, because the iron sights at the beginning are hard to get used to and you really need to get some better scopes for it so that you get a better control of the gun, and controlling the recoil at the beginning, it might be a little bit harder at the beginning, so practicing with the G3A3 on team deathmatch is probably gonna get you on the way to becoming better with it. As you can see, I'm playing with reflex sights, underslang and a heavy barrel, and the heavy barrel allows the G3A3 to kill an enemy in about 4 hits at 60-meter distances, where other assault rifles in about 6 bullets, and the gun is a beast, like I said, medium and long range distances, and once you get a grip on it, you'll probably fall in love with it. And I just started using it recently, and it's really amazing, although I only have 700 kills with it, and I still have a lot to learn with it, controlling the recoil and so on. Because of its low magazine count and its bullet spread, it's better to keep a distance from your targets, because that's when the gun is most effective, and this round here in Strike At Karkand was one of my better rounds with the G3A3. I did make some silly mistakes. I ran into the middle of the fight without peeking it out at the corners and making sure the area was clear, which did get me killed several times. Strike At Karkand is probably becoming one of my favorite infantry maps. As a Battlefield 2 veteran, I used to play Strike At Karkand all the time, but Battlefield 3 I didn't pay much attention to it, and the map is perfectly made for infantry with plenty of cover, but if you're not being careful and you rush around on the open too much, you'll probably get yourself killed, like I did 100 times. And with the G3A3 it's important to stay close to cover and not rush around with it too much because of its bullet spread, and if you meet an enemy at close range with a gun with a high rate of fire and a small bullet spread, you won't stand a chance with the G3A3 unless you can quickly aim down the sights and aim for the head, which by the time you do that the enemy might already kill you. So the best thing is to stay close to cover, keep your distance and take out your targets one by one. That's when the G3A3 is a beauty to play with. As you can see, at some points I still have trouble controlling the recoil, especially if the enemy is taking cover and picking up with his head. That's when I personally like to switch to single fire, and I'll find it a lot more easier to aim for the enemy's head. I still haven't mastered the gun, and I don't have many hours with the gun, but since I just found out how to use it and how to take advantage of it and suit it to my playstyle, I'll definitely start getting better with it over time. After all, repetition is the mother of all skills, so practicing with the gun is the only way to get better. And like I said at the beginning, it might be a little bit hard to get used to it, but playing some team deathmatch will definitely get you on the way, and that's when you should probably go play some Rush or go play some other infantry maps, and you'll probably find it a great gun if you like to keep your distance. So if you're gonna use the G3A3 but you are a close combat type of player, you probably will not find it useful. You're probably gonna get yourself killed, especially if the other enemy has a gun which is suited for close quarter battles. That's why it is important not to rush too much, but stay close to cover. From time to time I like to rush out, but in 80% of cases I get myself killed. And I think that will be all for this video, guys. This is my first, well, I guess I could say, gun review, so I would love to hear your feedback on it. Tell me your experiences with the G3A3, and if you like this video, please leave a like and a comment. If you guys like this video, I will make more videos like this of some other guns, so if you guys want me to test out a certain gun and or a loadout, you can leave a comment and I will make a video of it. And I guess that will be it for this video. Thank you guys all for watching, and goodbye.
You have been voted out of the battlefield.